Hello and welcome to TreeWalker Talks, episode 107, The End or a New Beginning. So it's been a little while since I put one out. Um, Things have been going on, some soul searching, some thoughts, that kind of thing. And I thought I owed it to the people that have supported me and that have subscribed to the channel and that to kind of at least give you this. So, all right. So we'll go to the old format, the homestead happenings. Not a whole lot's been going on. Harvested some potatoes today. Not a really bumper crop, but it was just ones that were in a bag that had sprouted. So I got probably 5 pounds worth. So, that's a win. Garden's been doing okay. But other than that, not a whole lot. All right, so let's just jump right into it, right? So, through some things that have been going on in that, it's made me kind of sit down and realize that some things that I'd hoped for, that I dreamed about, that, I don't know, I just always felt were going to happen, probably aren't going to happen. And you just kind of have to be okay with that and get to a spot where you're okay with that. And I just don't see the farm in my future. I don't see me having acreage, me producing stuff for a farm market or for a community or that sort in the current way that I thought it looked, of me having the acreage and actually farming it that way. It just didn't, I don't think it's going to pan out. I don't think it's feasible. And that's okay. You kind of need to reflect and look at things like that and evolve, change, or give up. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not giving up. At least on the picture, the whole picture. I am giving up. I don't think I'm going to get the acreage, like I said. And I'm not here to whine and complain. I'm just here to explain to you what's going on with me, where I'm at, and where this might end up. So I've kind of sat there and I've thought, what I need to do, and I'm kind of stumbling over this because I don't just want to be a pity party and say, woe to me, that sort of thing, because that's not my style. I'm in control of me, and that's what it is. But I realized that, maybe I just need to be happy with what I have. That, it might not be something that I keep recording and showing. What the things that have evolved and what I'm going to do next just may not be recorded and may not be televised. The future is not televised, the revolution. Because it does take a lot. It takes a lot to kind of do it, and I don't know that I'm there for that. I don't know that I have the charisma, the passion anymore, or that to put the videos out about it. And I'm not saying I'm not ever going to put videos out. I just don't think that I'm going to do any scheduled format. I'm not going to do a weekly podcast. I'm not going to do a lot of series or anything. I think if I do a series, I'm going to do it all, record it all, and then release it in segments. Because the big thing is the passion. I'm low on passion. And I'm passion driven. And right now, I just don't have a passion to do much. Now, am I giving up? No, not at all. I'm going to work on some things, my hydroponics and that, but more on a small scale. Maybe things just for me and my family, that kind of stuff. And I don't know that I'm going to bring anybody along for that ride. Like I said, I'm not doing this to get any kind of sympathy or that. I'm just explaining why I've been away and why I might continue to be away. I don't know. Like I said, my passion's not there, and I'm a passion-driven person. So if the passion's not there, then the things aren't going to get done. But it's been long coming. I was holding on to that dream of having the acreage. Once I got the acreage, then I could show you guys how I turn this acreage into a farm, what I can do with it, the animals I could raise, that sort, and it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Now, with hydroponics, Eventually will I be able to go bigger scale than just what I'm doing here? Maybe. If that happens, maybe I'll bring you along for that. But I I don't see any way of me getting property for any of these ventures. What I have here, this half acre, that's really not even mine. I mean, I'll be upfront with you. I don't own it. My fiance owns it. We've been engaged to be married for, I don't know, we've been together 13 years. I don't know, 9 years, something like that. So I don't even know that that's ever going to come to fruit either. So, what do I have? A lot of bills. That's what I have. I have a truck. It's almost paid off. I have a camper that's almost paid off. I have no property. And that's where I'm at. It's gotten to the point too where I'm not miserable. Don't think I am, and don't worry about me. I'm okay. I just have come to the realization that I'm not getting land. I'm not able to do that kind of stuff. So I just kind of need to buckle down and work my 40-hour plus a week job and do what I can on the side and just be there for other people and enjoy what I can. All right. Like I said, I'm not going away completely. I'm sure I'll send something out every once in a while, but nothing planned. And I think I'm done with the podcasts because they take a lot out of me. And for the 2 or 3 people that usually listen and one person that will comment from time to time, it's just takes too much out of me to do it. All right. Like I said, don't be sad. Be happy. I'll find direction, and I'll find my passion, and I'll work towards it. All right. Thanks for joining me on what might be the last podcast, or beginning to a new thing. All right. Thanks for all your years of support and everything that's gone down.